I am Vishwakarma sir. Today our point is the metals and non-metals from standard 8 in state boards. पहा आज आपण metal and non-metal हा टॉपिक पाहणार आहोत. Look here, the elements which are found in nature and which are discovered by scientists, that all elements are classified into metals, non-metals and metalloids. म्हणजे निसर्गामध्ये जितके एलिमेंट आहेत त्या एलिमेंटचं क्लासिफिकेशन केलेलं आहे मेटल, नॉन मेटल आणि मेटलॉइड मध्ये. नाउ वी विल सी which elements are called metals. Look here, metal the metals are generally in solid state at room temperature. It means at ordinary temperature all the metals are in solid state, but there is exception, the mercury and gallium. These two metals are in liquid state, and the color of that metals means mercury and gallium, they are gray in color. Now look here, some properties of metals. The first, the physical state. Look here, physical state. Physical state, all the elements are in solid state. So exception, here is the exception, the mercury and gallium, these two metals are in liquid state. So the second, luster. Look here, luster. Luster means the property of substance to shine on the rubbing. Means if we rub the surface of metal, it shines. म्हणजे जर आपण एखाद्या मेटलचं जे सरफेस आहे, पृष्ठभाग आहे, तो घासला तर ते काय होतं, चकाकतं. त्या प्रॉपर्टीला म्हणतात लस्टर. मग ही लस्टर ही प्रॉपर्टी मेटल्स मध्ये असते. त्यानंतर थर्ड प्रॉपर्टी, third property is ductility. Ductility means we can draw a thin wire. That property is called ductility. Means, listen again, to draw a thin wire from the metal is called ductility. Remember, from 1 gram gold we can draw a 3 kilometer wire. Understand? म्हणजे 1 ग्रॅम सोन्यापासून आपण सुमारे 3 किलोमीटर लांबीची तार काढू शकतो. ही जी डक्टिलिटी आहे या डक्टिलिटीला मराठीमध्ये तन्यता म्हणतात. म्हणजे एखाद्या धातूपासून तार काढणे हा जो गुणधर्म आहे त्याला म्हणतात तन्यता. नाउ look, I will write first here the luster and ductility. Shining the surface on rubbing, and ductility to draw a thin wire from metal is called ductility. Now remember here, from 1 gram of gold we can draw a 3 kilometer wire. Now the fourth point is the malleability. Malleability in Marathi, वर्धनीयता. Malleability means if we hammer the metal, it convert into the thin sheet. म्हणजे जर आपण मेटलला ठोकलं तर मेटल इज कन्व्हर्टेड इनटू थिन शीट. म्हणजे ते मेटल जे आहे ते पातळ पत्र्यामध्ये रूपांतरित होतं. त्याला म्हणायचं malleability. मीन्स टू कन्व्हर्ट a thin sheet on hammering is called malleability. म्हणजे बघा, हे malleability जी प्रॉपर्टी आहे ती ज्यावेळेस आपण एखाद्या मेटल वरती हॅमरिंग करतो म्हणजे ठोकतो त्यावेळेस ते मेटल पातळ शीट मध्ये कन्वर्ट होतं. त्याला म्हणतात malleability. इथपर्यंत कळालं? नाउ फिफ्थ प्रॉपर्टी, conductivity or conduction of heat and electricity. Look here. Our fifth property, conduction of heat and electricity. Means metals, most of metals conduct the electricity and conduct the heat from one point to other. This property is called the conduction of heat and electricity. In this case, only lead is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. But most of all elements, they conduct heat and electricity in a good manner. In this case, the silver, then copper, aluminum, these metals conducts the heat and electricity, so they are called the best conductor of heat and electricity. Now, sixth, hardness. Look here, hardness. All the metals, they are hard, but only sodium and potassium, these two metals are soft and they can cut easily by knife. So hardness, most of all metals are hard. Only your exception, the sodium and potassium, these are soft and they can cut by knife easily. Now look, seventh property, the density. Density means, in Marathi, density means ghanta. Density, the definition of density is mass upon volume. The most of all elements, they have high density, but the sodium, lithium, these metals having low density. Listen again. The density of lithium, sodium, these are the lower than water. म्हणजे लिथियम, सोडियम यांची जी घनता असते ती पाण्यापेक्षाही कमी असते. पण most of all metals have high density, but exception here, the sodium, potassium and lithium, they are having very lower density. So look, lithium, it has density 0.53 gram per cubic centimeter. Now this sodium, this sodium metal having 0.97 gram per cubic centimeter density, and potassium, it has 0.86, 0.97 gram per cubic centimeter, and potassium 0.86 gram per cubic centimeter. Now look, exception म्हणजे अपवाद, जास्तीत जास्त मेटल जे आहेत त्या मेटलची डेन्सिटी ही जास्त असते, हायर डेन्सिटी असते. त्याच्यामध्ये अपवाद आहेत की लिथियम, सोडियम आणि पोटॅशियम यांची जी घनता असते ती घनता असते लिथियमची घनता आहे 0.53 ग्रॅम पर सीसी जे आहे. सीसी मीन्स क्यूबिक सेंटीमीटर. Why this cubic centimeter? Because you know the volume. Volume means length into breadth into height. So length in centimeter, breadth in also centimeter, and height is also in centimeter. Then centimeter into centimeter into centimeter. So here centimeter cube. So here cc means cubic centimeter or centimeter cube. Understand? So our next point, is sonority. Sonority means if we strike on metal, it produces this sound. Look here, sonority means to produce sound on striking. म्हणजे जर स्ट्राईक केलं, ठोकलं किंवा आपण हाणलं तर काय होतं, त्याच्यापासून साऊंड निर्माण होतो, त्याला म्हणायचं सोनोरिटी. मग ही जी सोनोरिटी जी प्रॉपर्टी आहे, ही सोनोरिटी प्रॉपर्टी मेटल्स मध्ये असते. नाउ look here, these metals having these properties means an element those shows these all properties, that elements are called metals. Now non-metals, look here, non-metals means non-metals. These non-metals are solid state, some are liquid state, and some are in gas state. म्हणजे नॉन मेटल्स हे सॉलिडही असतात, लिक्विडही असतात आणि गॅसेसही असतात. एक्झाम्पल आपण जर म्हटलं तर सल्फर, phosphorus, carbon, these are in solid state, bromine in liquid state, and hydrogen, nitrogen, then oxygen, these are in gaseous state. Then luster property, non-metals, they do not show the property luster. But exception here, the iodine shows the luster property. Then second property, ductility. Non-metal do not shows the ductility property. Like this, the non-metal also do not shows the malleability property. म्हणजे नॉन मेटल्स अधातू हे डक्टिलिटी प्रॉपर्टी दाखवत नाहीत, म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये डक्टिलिटी प्रॉपर्टी नसते आणि malleability प्रॉपर्टी सुद्धा नसते. Then what happen if we hammer on non-metals? Then means on which non-metals? Those are in solid state. जे सॉलिड स्टेट मध्ये आहेत त्या नॉन मेटलवर जर आपण ठोकलं तर इट कन्वर्ट इनटू स्मॉल स्मॉल पीसेस, म्हणजे ते बारीक बारीक तुकड्यामध्ये ते कन्वर्ट होतात. त्याला म्हणतात ब्रिटलनेस. मीन्स नॉन मेटल शोज द प्रॉपर्टी ब्रिटलनेस. अंडरस्टँड? नाउ look here, I will write here first the physical state. The physical state of non-metals are: some are in solid state, some are in liquid state, and some are in gaseous state. Now, second property, luster. The non-metal do not show the luster property. Do not show luster property. But an exception, iodine shows luster property. Then third one is the ductility and malleability. Non-metal do not shows the ductility and malleability. Means look here, non-metals do not show ductility and malleability. The fourth property, hardness. Non-metal do not shows this property, hardness. If we hammer these non-metals, they convert into small pieces. That property is called brittleness. So we write here brittleness. But the exception is the diamond. Diamond, look here. First, I will write here on hammering it convert into pieces. This property is called brittleness. But exception is here diamond. Do you know the diamond? Diamond is the allotrope of carbon. म्हणजे डायमंड जो आहे, हिरा जो आहे, तो कार्बनचा ॲलोट्रॉप आहे. आणि कार्बन हे नॉन मेटल आहे, त्याच्यापासून हे डायमंड तयार होतंय. त्याचं हे अपरूप आहे. मग हे डायमंड इज द हार्डेस्ट नॅचरल सबस्टन्स. म्हणजे डायमंड हे सर्वात कठीण नैसर्गिक पदार्थ आहे. इथे कळलं? नाव fifth property, the conductivity of the heat and electricity. The non-metals do not conduct the heat and electricity, but there is also exception. The graphite is a allotrope of carbon and it conducts the electricity. And last point is the sonority. All the elements which are the non-metals, they do not show the property of sonority. Means on the striking, they do not produce the sound. Now, non-metal, metal, and third is the metalloid. Look here, metalloid means, third is metalloid. Metalloid means the elements, those shows the properties of metals and also non-metals. It means the intermediates between metals and non-metals. They are called metalloid. And these metalloids are arsenic. Arsenic, AS. Then silicon, yes, I. Then germanium, antimony. These are the metalloids. आपण आतापर्यंत मेटल, नॉन मेटल्स आणि मेटॅलॉइड हे 3 प्रकार पाहिले. आता आपल्या नेक्स्ट व्हिडिओमध्ये याच्याच पुढचा भाग आपण केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ मेटल्स अँड नॉन मेटल्स हे आपण पाहणार आहोत. तोपर्यंत पहा, हे चॅनल सबस्क्राईब करा आणि शेअर करा. थँक्यू.